Let's begin today's Tuesday show.
Gentlemen.
And that doesn't mean I'm not smart and tough and strong.
This is one of the Senate's finest days in recent years, and I commend everyone.
Don't commend me.
Commend means you've done a great job.
Oh, well, thank you.
I know how to surround myself with good people.
But they could also potentially access your personal data.
I steal a Wi-Fi signal from that apartment building across the street.
Showtime.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. One of the most beloved comedies of the 80s could be getting a reboot. Warner Brothers is currently in negotiations to relaunch the Cannonball Run franchise. Apparently, it's not so much a remake as a relaunch of a film based on the famous Cannonball Sea to Shining Sea Memorial Trophy Race that was captured in 3 films that starred Burt Reynolds, Frank Sinatra, Roger Moore, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., and Dom DeLuise, plus a whole ensemble of 80 stars. They played roles in the reenactment of a real illegal cross-country race where the participants were not above playing dirty tricks on one another. Look for Cannonball Run in the spring of 2019. Director Rob Reiner denounced actor Rob De Niro and other celebrities for their attacks on President Donald Trump, claiming it helps the president instead of hurting him by turning him into a martyr.
If you have any interest in trying to preserve the democracy and put it in the hands of somebody who understands government, who isn't self-dealing, who cares about this country and the people in this country, then you don't, that you're helping Trump. You're helping Trump by saying, F Trump.
Why is that?
Because he can say, look at these people, these elitists and Tony.
Pretty compelling statement from the president in response to that, if he were to make it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help. If your goal is to, now, in every election, you want to energize the base, and you do certain things to energize the base. But there's a very fine line between energizing the base and energizing the other side. Right now, if you're a Democrat and you want to hold this president accountable, you have to have some ability, some subpoena power to have hearings and actually expose certain things. Right now, you got an enthusiasm gap. Democrats are excited. They want to, talk about the blue wave. But if you do things like that, that enthusiasm gap narrows because you make the other side more enthusiastic, and so it's not good.
It's time for Things I've Learned from Seinfeld.
Feels like Tuesday.
Tuesday has no feel. Monday has a feel. Friday has a feel. Sunday has a feel.
I feel Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, shut up, the both of you.
That's it for Things I've Learned from Seinfeld.
Donald Trump announced the new Space Force yesterday. I think Trump really dropped the ball on the naming of Space Force when wordplay like the United States Starmy is possible. Meanwhile, the president admits creation of a Space Force will be expensive, but he guarantees that Mars will pay for it. The Boston Globe has suspended one of its columnists for 3 months for making things up. Who does this guy think he is, the president? Disney has issued a warning that flashing lights in The Incredibles 2 could trigger health problems for some people. In other words, going to see Incredibles 2 involves an element of danger. You gotta hand it to Disney. It knows exactly how to market to kids. A New York man is suing the pharmacy CVS for revealing to his wife that he had a prescription for Viagra. During the court hearing, the judge told the man to please rise. He said, "Dude, I'm way ahead of you." The state of Vermont is trying to get people to move into their state, and to sweeten the deal, they're now offering each new resident up to $10,000. This is great because up until now, the most popular way to become a Vermont resident was through the Witness Protection Program. New survey finds that Washington, D.C. has the highest concentration of psychopaths. That's because all the states dump their psychopaths in D.C. every 4 years. A California emergency room doctor has been suspended for making fun of a patient undergoing an anxiety attack. The doctor had forgotten the key principle of medical care. First, do no humor. Time for Nobody Gives a A new study has found that people who run marathons have less arthritis than non-runners. Responded non-runners, This is why no one wants to hang out with you. Hey, marathoners, nobody gives a John Travolta's new movie where he plays real-life gangster John Gotti is getting horrible reviews. It might be because the movie ends with Gotti being captured by Paul Blart Mall Cop. Hey, gangsters, nobody gives a And meteorologists say that the UK will have a brutal heat wave this summer. In fact, it could be so hot in London that Leonardo DiCaprio will want to try and have sex with it. That's how hot it'll be. Hey, weather guys, nobody gives a Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays. NSS Live.